Hi, welcome to Apex Tai Chi. This is Dr. Jia. We often live as though everything begins in the brain. When we feel anxious, unsettled, or overwhelmed, our instinct is usually to return to thought. We try to reason with ourselves, to change the story in our head, to become calmer through another instruction from the mind. Yet the brain is never receiving thought alone. At every moment, it is also receiving the body. The way we stand, the rhythm of our breathing, the tension we carry, the pressure beneath our feet, our balance, our orientation in space, even the way we respond to gravity are continuously contributing to the brain's sense of what is happening and how we should respond. In this sense, the body is always speaking to the brain. And the Tai Chi gives us a particularly interesting way to listen to that conversation. Because it does not treat posture, movement, and attention as separate subjects. It works with the quality of the whole condition. Consider Song. Song is commonly translated as relaxation. But relaxation is only the beginning of the idea. What matters is what happens to the whole body when unnecessary effort begins to dissolve, while structure, awareness, and readiness remain. The posture changes. The muscular tone changes. The quality of attention changes, and therefore, what the body is communicating to the brain changes as well. A body organized around excessive tension is already prepared to resist. It tends to meet pressure by becoming harder, uncertainty by holding more tightly, and movement by controlling more than is necessary. With Song, another possibility appears. We can receive force without immediately resisting it, change direction without first becoming rigid, and remain responsive without constantly preparing for conflict. The body is no longer presenting the brain with quite the same world. Then there is Chen, sinking. When we become agitated, there is often a subtle quality of rising. The breath becomes higher, the chest more active, the shoulders begin to participate unnecessarily, and attention seems to move away from the center. Tai Chi asks us to reverse this tendency, but not by forcing ourselves downward. Chen is the gradual recovery of our relationship with the gravity. Weight is allowed to pass through the structure. The feet becomes clearer. The upper body no longer has to hold itself up through unnecessary muscular effort, and the whole person begins to feel less suspended. This matters because the brain is continuously interpreting information from balance, pressure, breathing, muscle tone, and internal sensation. When those conditions change, the brain is not simply being told, please calm down. It is being given a different bodily reality from which to make sense of the present moment. And then there is Zheng. I think this is where the idea becomes deepest. Zheng is not merely good coordination. It is whole body integration, a condition in which the parts no longer behave as isolated units. that must constantly be managed by conscious effort. When the hand moves in Tai Chi, the hand is not really acting alone. The foot receives the ground, the weight reorganizes, the center turns, the spine transmits that change, and the movement arrives in the hand as the expression of something that has already happened throughout the whole body. There is less contradiction between one part and another. There is also less contradiction between intention and action. And perhaps this is one reason an integrated body can feel so different from a fragmented one. Tai Chi enters the relationship itself. Through Song, we change unnecessary resistance. Through Chen, we change our relationship with support and gravity. Through Zheng, we change the relationship between the parts and the whole. And as the organization of the body changes, so does the information from which the brain constructs perception, readiness, and response. This is why I do not think Tai Chi is simply a physical practice that happens to have psychological benefits. Its deeper proposition is more interesting than that. The quality of the body is part of the quality of mind. A scattered body, a braced body, and a centered body do not speak to the brain in the same language, because they do not place us in the same relationship with ourselves or with the world around us. So perhaps the purpose of practice is not to make the body obey the mind, nor to make the mind surrender to the body. It is to reduce the contradiction between them until breathing, attention, structure, movement, and intention begins to belong to one coherent experience. And this may be the deeper meaning of saying that the body speaks to the brain. The body does not merely report what we are feeling. Through the way it is organized, it participates in shaping how we feel, how we perceive, and how we meet the world. This is Dr. Jia at Apex Tai Chi. If you are interested in this language and conversation between our brain and body, get in touch. My information is below. Always remember, remain curious and be well.